Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another season, which means key vaults. Vaults again. We get more vaults. So far, I only have one character maxed because all of my other characters are being leveled for professions mainly. I've got my hunter leveling, but BM hunter leveling feels awful because the only time things really die is when your hero talent stampede thing happens. And outside of that, you do like no damage. It's strange. But my warrior, 249, coming into the week. I may have to turn my audio down. I realize that it's a little noisy. But this week was pretty good. Got almost all my slots filled. I only didn't do the LFR like 6, or I didn't do the 6 raid bosses. I only did LFR, but I have everything else filled to as full as I can get, so we should be in Fury loot spec. I don't remember how to check that. Like this? Loot spec. Arms. Correct. Because they're still one-handers in Fury's fucking loot table. What do we have? I don't even know what's good. Okay. Just looking at all of this, I think I recognize this. That's not great. I also don't really know my stats very well, so I have to keep that in mind. All I know is that mastery is good. That's crit haste. This is verse mastery, so it's just a slightly better champion. I actually don't think there's a high chance that I'm going to be replacing anything, really. I guess tier pants? Yeah? Yeah? I think tier pants? Unless these drums, like, swap to a different Loa might be better. I don't think so, though. I haven't even, like, blood malleted anything. Like, I really haven't been doing as much research as I probably should be at this point, but let's see. Let's take a real quick look. I don't think there's much. Heart of Wind, I probably should have kept last night, because I got one on a Mythic Plus that I was running. Okay, so here's the drums. So crit drums probably best, but yeah, crits are that. So that's crit, and then how much does Algathar give? 800. So that's like double, and almost double the duration. Damn. Yeah, that's the drum's good. I also have this crooked hook. Sorry, not crooked hook. But really, it doesn't sim well. Right now, I'm also using the Crucible of Erratic Energies, with all of the effects on it, so that's not bad actually. But basically everything up here at the top is raid, which really sucks because I think Puzzle Box is the only S tier that you can get outside of raid. And then the next thing from dungeons is B tier. So all of S and A except for Puzzle Box is raid. But even if I didn't like have good gear, like I would gain what? I would save 50 to 40 because it's 20 now per upgrade level. So I would save 20 champ crests if I do that versus just getting, I guess this is hero tier pants. I just realized that this is hero. Yeah, I don't think those drums are worth it. Lost Idol of the Haché, or the Haché, I don't even think is anywhere near up here. Lost? Nope, I wanted to control F. Lost? Ah, lost Sigil of the Heshe. Almost trash. 5 target, though. What do we got? Okay, so the Crooked Hook's, like, good fully upgraded for AoE, but Fear's already, like, pretty solid AoE, so I don't think I need to, like, triple dip into AoE. Puzzle box, yeah. Definitely gonna be tier pants then. Pretty sick though. I was expecting there to be at least a few options, but after running a few Mythic Pluses, or I guess 8 Mythic Pluses over the last few days, it kind of filled out my slots that weren't champion already, so gonna be tier pants. Which is good, because I think I just need boots now. Boots are my only veteran slot, or veteran piece. And unfortunately for this week, I don't think there's any actually. I'm trying to think if there's any of these rings. If there's ring or belt. Crit haste. Crit haste. Seems like they're a little stingy with mastery right now. Haven't seen a lot of items with mastery on them. But take your pants.
What needs bring you here? Glory to the Sindori.
Yay. Where are the tier pants? I actually haven't even looked at what tier is either. Rampage damage increased by 10 and Odin's Fury damage increased by 10. Oh no. Perfect. We got monk tier abilities this time. Literally just, hey, here's 10% damage to your most damaging abilities. Wow, that's really interesting. I miss the days of them actually mattering.
The skies called to me.
But, I guess I need to put some enchant and stuff on my stuff. And I guess I could enchant these weapons, considering they're gonna last up until I get hero two-handers. And if I can get myth two-handers, that would be very sick, but I was going to craft like base level spark two-hander, but this is, I think, the same eye level as that. Maybe slightly lower, so like it's not super worth it. So I might just be chilling, because if I upgrade one of my weapons, I can upgrade both for free, or the other one for free, because just warrior things, right? But yeah, I'm pretty well set. I think boots are my only veteran piece now, which is good because I already have the achievement since these are 6 out of 6 for upgrading to champ crest. And I was a nerd last week and maxed my fishing because, you know, why not? Plus I was able to make a little bit of gold doing that. Actually probably faster than any of the other crafting profs, because crafting profs are just not very profitable right now unless you're spending your concentration on whatever you're crafting to sell, which is kind of dumb. I very much preferred Dragonflight concentration, or whatever it was called, because you could get more outcomes per week based on your investment, and now it's just, sure, I have a 7% chance to use less concentration, but either way I'm going to be using a third or a quarter of my concentration per craft, so I get like 4, maybe 5, 6 concentration crafts a week. And then if it's stuff that takes like half of your concentration, you get like 3, 4 a week. And you don't really make that much on those either. You make like 1,000 profit, maybe 2. Only thing that, like, I've made more money off of Wrath, like sword transmogs in the last bit than I have from professions. Like, I started here, I redid my computer, so that data's gone. But I started at the 3.1 mil, and now I'm down to 2.9. And really, revenue. Oh, look at this. It's something I spent concentration on. Something I guess I did sell that. Sick. We should make another one of those. But here we go, like Nightfall Executioners, like old transmog stuff. Majestic Hides are honestly like, I'm not saying to do it, but if you have alts, pick up skinning and put all your points into making lures and getting benefits out of that, because it is ridiculous. Some days you can get like 3 or 4, other days you'll get none, but right now it's averaging out pretty well. It's worse. I like how there's some mats that are very valuable, but the disparity between mats that are valuable and mats that are worth literally nothing has never been bigger. Right now, like, they've essentially just made an artificial like scarcity by having lures, like the skinning rares be once a day. That's it. Like, you can only skin a rare once per day. It's not per rare spawn or anything. Even though I thought I saw that it was not like that at some point, but it is like that. But like, you can buff all your stuff and do some good things, but really it seems like for your time, skinning the lured beasts is the best way to just make gold with a profession. Outside of that, I guess gathering lumber and crafting the right stuff for housing is actually the best way to make money right now. Which seems bad because a lot of the like daily sale rates on those things is like 0.2, so one sells like every week. But you make like 25k versus you having, let's see, they should be in the ledger here. Revenue items, so they should be around the 25k. These claymores, greatsword, claymores, those are like worth as much as you spending 4 hours gathering lumber and then crafting a thing and then waiting 4 days for it to sell. Like, these are significantly better value. And people put them up for like 75k if there's none up, but they sell for like 24k. And that's, you know, 2 majestic hides. And I actually don't know how often you can get these transmogs or BOP, or is it transmogs? Transmogs. Weapons. I actually don't know how I got these. Nightfall rewards vendors. Oh, cultist bags. Cool. So yeah, like, if you can farm those, I don't even know what you get them for. That's probably your fastest gold, because I think that might just be from the events, like the dailies or the whatever. Like, you can get that reward once per week. That's just like 25k gold for, I think, like 10-15 minutes of work, as long as other people are doing it, I think. But straight up right now, unless you can catch arcane, what are they called? Arcane wormfish or something? Unless you can catch those every single time you cast, you're not making more gold. Like, you wouldn't make any more gold professionalized. Like, you make more, I think you make more gold through
Honoria
fishing
Shala.
right now than you do through professions, like crafting professions, which is a little weird. What are they called? Not lynx fish, the other ones. These ones? No. Why can't I see them? These ones. Arcane wormfish. 250 gold each. Wow, 23k gold for 83 fish. And honestly, I think people just aren't fishing. Like there's a ton of void fish because I think fishing in the void is the most efficient to get the fishing mount slash another mount, I think, from the void. So I don't know. I just leveled fishing to 300 because I never finished leveling fishing, so I finally did that. And then there's the strands that you can catch while you're fishing too that are a bunch of money, but you only get those from the crate things, but then you also get the recipes for the lures for fishing, so it's not that good either. So it's weird. Like the only reasons to do professions are for the time locked crafts that you can do concentration on. So really, I think that means you can do tailoring and skinning. I think those are the only time locks. There's transmuting from alchemy, but that's not really worth it. So yeah, tailoring and skinning are probably your best two. Just like my character doesn't have any profs professions, because you'll be able to make money spending your charges for making cloth, and then or the time gated cloth. And then skinning, you can just do your skinning every day. I think it might cost like 10k a day to do it, and if you even get one majestic hide, you have a 5,000 gold profit. So that's pretty good. And like, I don't understand quite what the use of lower crafting reagents are. I feel like there needs to be a way to recycle some reagents to just get that out of the market, because there's, of course, at the start of expansion, there's a billion people making like silver quality stuff because they craft like 50 of a thing on green chance to skill up, and that just floods it, and then that shit just sits there for forever, and nobody ever wants to just vendor that stuff because they're like, I spent 100 gold making this enchant. And like, I'll buy silver enchants, but like, even at this point where I'm in champion gear, like, I'm probably gonna buy gold enchants, probably, especially with dawn crystals becoming more common because more epics are dropping out. So kind of a weird situation for profs. I was hoping to make a decent amount of gold, but like, I haven't even popped back up from my initial spend, and I don't even have all the like profession tools yet for all my characters. I do have all of the professions going at this point now, but I don't have all the profession tools because some of them are like 30k for a rolling pin for a non-crafting profession. A rolling pin is like 30k gold. I'm like, yep, I will just miss out on that like 5 skill because I'm not cooking stuff anyways, and if I do, I can make it myself. And I'm not like a feast maker or anything, so I don't really care about trying to make a profit off a like resourcefulness chance. So it's kind of wild. Ooh, Windrunner Spire. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, I should probably look at what the dungeon affixes are and what the seasonal is. I haven't. I paid no attention to what was going on with Midnight until 2 days before the worldwide release, not the fake release that happened a week early. But I'm enjoying Prey. Prey's a pretty good mechanic. I enjoy it. I like a lot better. Delves aren't as bad now, or I don't mind them as much because it feels like they're way easier, which I am totally fine with. But I do like that Preys are able to give you the equivalent of Delve gear, like Delve 8 gear, which is very sick. because I don't want to do 8 delves a week. I'm cool with doing 4 nightmare prey in like an hour, hour and a half, and then doing 4 delves, and then having that row just be done. I think there just needs to be more stuff that's challenging enough in the like world tier that it has a little bit of fun in the challenge, but it's not like slamming your balls in a door, it's not Choregast. So I enjoy Prey a decent amount. I was really confused when I did my first Nightmare one, but I figured it out. It was mostly that the guys who fixate on you, I was like, oh no, I didn't even know what happened because I accidentally walked into him and then I just got one shot. But then it was like, I read the thing, it's like, oh, you touch them, you die. And then I was like, cool, I'll just Stormbolt them every time they come out, and that's it. They just go away. But I've enjoyed Midnight quite a lot. I already have Sojourner and everything. Like, I actually read and did all of the storylines, all the side missions and things. I enjoyed them quite a lot. I think the Troll Zone Zilliman was my favorite out of all of the zones. But I also, like, finished leveling because I was doing that with, like, 2 levels, or, like, 2 zones still to do, which wasn't ideal, obviously. But it was pretty good. I liked it. I've been enjoying professions because patron orders are like I feel like you can actually catch up now. In the War Within, it was like, oh yeah, here's your catch up knowledge from your crafting stuff, and there was like no chance you were ever gonna catch up. Like here, it's like Flicker of Midnight Leatherworking 29. There was no way you could catch up with patron orders. And now it feels like, because you get like a 1 pointer per day comes back, and then I think there's 2 pointers respawn every 4 days, like half a week. So as long as you're like going for them, you should actually be able to catch up, which is sick because you couldn't before. There are still some of those BS patron orders, though, that are like, oh, this needs to be gold quality, and it requires 8 of this almost 1k gold reagent, and another 8 of this almost 1k gold reagent. You want 16k? You want to spend like 20k gold on 2 knowledge points? I'm sure some people are like, hell yeah, I want to do that, and I'm like, hell no, I'm willing to wait another week to get those 2 points from somewhere else. But also, there's also the PvP recipes that I've been like, if someone has an order in for like 5k and the recipe costs like 20k, I'm like, sure, I'll take a 15k loss. But now I can craft this like public orders now in the future if I need to. But it's I don't know. I like, are people just not doing PvP, or is there like limited amount of those recipes coming out per week? Like, is it just like 1 per week from whatever their chest is? Like the reward is for PvP? Because I don't PvP, but I know people who have. Like, I guess that's a way to make a little bit of gold, with PvPing for those crafting recipes and then selling them. Yeah, I think I am out of things to gab about here, because only 1 character max level at the moment. I'm working on the Hunter. I forgot to put them in a rested place last night, which sucks. But all my other characters, like, I've been leveling them solely through crafting. Never mind. I have done some world quests on them because the special assignments give you max level gear. So if you do them while you're like leveling, just like fly around, do 3 world quests in each zone that has one and do the special assignment, you just get like your weekly boxes that you would get at max level, but you just can't use the gear yet. But then when you hit max level, you can just use all that gear, which is pretty sick. Especially when like I have no intention of actually leveling these guys fast. Like my hunter was the one where I was like, that's usually my other main. But once again, they just don't know how to release hunter in expansion, and I'm still salty about the multi-shot removal because it's pretty awful. People they'll never learn that tying more things to things with pet AI is not great. But I think I've been enjoying every class I've played so far in Midnight. Rogue I picked up the other day because I was just like, I need to make a jewel crafting character. So I enjoyed that. The Evoker, I played Devastation. It's not too bad. I remembered how to play it, and I feel like most people who are playing like one button assist gamers are not playing Evoker because one button assist is clunky as hell on Devastation Evoker. Because it's like, oh, you can hold the button down to keep doing your rotation thing, and on an Evoker, it's just like, well, you're charging up your fire breath, so you hold it, and then you have to click it again to like stop it and use your fire breath. It's wild. Plus, it doesn't use like 2 or 3 abilities that are like cooldown abilities that are pretty good. And Rogue, I th- I feel like they simplified Rogue like Outlaw, but I don't know if they did because I didn't know really how to play Rogue before. I just used Hakili or whatever the precursor to the one button kind of stuff was to play my Rogue. But I think that's one thing that I don't mind with add-on uh thing is I actually have to know how to play some of the classes now. Like my Shadow Priest, I had no idea how to play it, so I just turned on the one button assist and just looked at what it was casting, and then I was like, okay, what does that do? What does that do? And I actually figured it out, and now I'm just like, okay, I don't need one button assist anymore because I don't know, I'm not that kind of player. And I feel like it's a thing that too many people are probably relying on when it should be a tool to learn. That might just be a like mid-core player type thing where it's like people should be trying to improve, but I don't know. I get that a lot of people like to main housing these days, so actually that's one thing. I can show you my house. There's like I've been working on my house very slowly, and I'm not the biggest fan of like people's big crazy houses and um what's it called? Everybody everybody who makes has made houses where 2 or 3 of the rooms are the exact same as somebody else's house. Because they watched a video and they're like, this is how you do this thing. And then literally everybody did that thing in a house. And it's like, well, it was cool when it was unique. But now that everyone does it, it's like a house style in real life, you know? Not everybody wants to have a house that's the same as everyone else's. And I don't really care that much about housing, but like I've spent a little bit of time like putting together my house. I enjoyed my nice little forge area that I made out here. Got a nice table, some lights, got all that stuff. I'll probably buy an automatic hammer at some point when they're not worth 80k gold on the auction house. I didn't really actually do a ton out here. I kind of like That my house is small and simple. Spent a little bit of time on the inside yesterday setting up this, my little like bar area and like supplies and table. Enjoyed doing that because I didn't really look at what decor I got until like recently, and then I got some hooks, some shelves, and some stuff for a nice little closet out front. And then where the magic happens, of course, obligatory cuck chair, nice snack table beside the bed, nice bathtub, some grapes, some hookah. Still want to improve this because this will probably end up being like a sink, like a vanity. But really, I was like, I I don't need to be like, I'm gonna have a multi-level house that I literally am never in and nobody else is ever in. I was like, I just want something nice, nice and cozy that I can come back to every once in a while and work on. And if I'm bored, be like, is there an item that I don't have or I don't have access to that I wouldn't mind like grinding a little bit to get? There's also one thing that I like about my house that a lot of people probably don't do is having shit look like it's being lived in. It's like, oh, this table is slightly off center. Yeah, because someone might have like bumped into it. This chair is turned like this because people would come into it from the side. Like some designs are too sterile for me. And I don't know. I don't feel like your house has to be massive for it to be like nice, you know? Plus, if I was like, "Oh, I want to make my house better." It'd be like, "Oh, yeah, cool. Let's put a fucking room the size of a warehouse in here." And I'm like, that makes no sense. I understand that these are like magic houses, but like I kind of if at most I might add another like small room right here so that it's like, okay, the door's here. Well, actually, if if anything, my house is one small room. Which really, like, I like that. I like that it's small. I would like to do more with like this the outdoors portion. But, you know, when grass costs like 2 or 3K or like 500 to 1,000 gold per piece of grass, I'm not really stoked to be like, I'm going to spend all of my gold on this. Considering I'm like not really a housing gamer. But I tell you what, I've been contributing to endeavors like a mofo. With all my gathering, skinning, fishing, all that stuff. Everything else, basically done nothing. But it feels good. Feels good for the little dopamine pops when you're like, oh, I feel like I'm not doing anything important, and then one of the endeavor like reward things pops up, and you're like, I was doing something, which is nice. I should actually probably go buy whatever the thing is that you can get when you're maxed out in endeavor before it resets for the month. But yeah, now I think I'm out of things to chat about. I'm I guess second wing of the raids, or at least first raid, is out. I think the story mode version of the first raid is out, so you can complete that quest. And then I think March called Weldeneth, Weldenath will be is out this week, and the race has started, I believe. That's pretty sick. I have been enjoying Midnight so far. One thing I kind of wish was that you got some like leveling vault or something if you're doing like world quests or delves and stuff, because I feel like leveling is wasted, kind of wasted time right now. Like there's not much to do. You can buy I think four pieces of gear that are almost like max eye level, like level 89 or 90 eye level gear right off the bat at 81, and I'm like, that's like, I guess that's nice, but I would rather be able to like build up gear for when I'm max level while I'm leveling rather than having getting gear that will be useful for me for 2 3 levels, because I'm gonna be playing the game at end game. I'm not playing the game to level, so why am I worrying about gearing while leveling? Really, I just grab world quest gear and that's it. Like I have so much gear for level 90 from killing rares in my warband bank that I'm like, god damn, am I ever gonna hit 90 on any of these characters so they can wear this gear and I can clear it out and then start just disenchanting literally everything? It's a little crazy. Like you get so much warbound gear, which I guess is good for like disenchanting blues and stuff, but I feel like we didn't really need a bigger source of blues in the game. But it's good. I like it. I'll be playing it for at least probably a couple months. Don't know how much, like how many characters I'll be playing. Hopefully, the Hunter feels better at max level. That's one thing I'm really hoping. Uh, but Warrior feels good. I enjoy Warrior quite a lot. It's pretty much the same, minus a couple abilities, but still no utility. Perfect, perfect for Warriors. So I hope the fixes in Mythic Plus this time around are all things that Warriors can't do, so that they never get invited to groups. Yeah, perfect, as per usual. And now that all the big raids are out, I'm waiting for the obligatory Fury Warrior nerf, because they forget that Fury Warriors are really good at burst. That's it. Thanks for watching. Next videos will probably be shorter. There's really obviously a lot to talk about with the new expansion, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and hope you guys also have a great vault. Bye.